Hi, it's Ross Hardy with the Hardy team once again, and I'm back with Melissa Coleman from Amerifirst Home Mortgage, and this time we're going to talk about closing costs. Now, obviously some people get confused sometimes when you're talking about how much you have to save in order to purchase a property. They understand the down payment, but they sometimes think that's it. But closing costs are actually something different altogether.
Absolutely, it's completely different. So you have your down payment, which is, your 3%, 3.5%, depending on what type of product you're going with. Your closing costs are roughly like 3% of the loan amount, which means title fees, our underwriting fee, things of that nature.
Now, I know the appraisal is a closing cost as well. Is that included in the closing cost, or is that paid outside of closing?
It's paid outside of closing, but what happens once it's paid and it's a good loan, then we give it back to the buyer as a credit.
Okay, perfect.
So it washes.
So if somebody isn't able to come up with the amount for their own closing costs, there is a way to have that contributed back to them as a closing cost concession from the seller, is that correct?
That is correct. So your seller can actually either raise the purchase price of the house and or give them a seller credit, and 3 to 6% depending on what product you're going with.
Okay, and that should pretty much cover all their closing costs. Is there a general rule of thumb that you use for a closing cost amount?
3%.
Okay, and 3%. It differs slightly depending on the mortgage product?
Yes.
Okay, which one's higher than any other one?
Conventional tends to be a little bit higher than FHA.
So maybe factor in a little bit more if you're using one of those.
Correct, and you can give up to 6% in FHA than you in conventional, 3% for a conventional.
Okay, great. Now, if anybody wants to get a better understanding of that, they should reach out to you guys and get a specific breakdown of those closing costs?
Absolutely, we can give them a worksheet and I'll explain everything and we can run different numbers for them.
Wonderful, I appreciate that input, thank you very much. So guys, hopefully that explains to you a little bit more about what the closing costs are, what's included in them, and how much that might be when you're coming to purchase a property. As always, I thank Melissa Coleman from Amerifirst. I'm Ross Hardy from 𝕊𝕌𝔹𝕊𝕂 Marketing Specialist and the Hardy team. It's time for you guys to love where you live.